My parents didn't even show up to my wedding. They called it trivial, told me not to bother them with something so unimportant. A week later, I saw my mom on social media, sipping cocktails in Hawaii, laughing with Rachel and her family. Not even a text, not a single congratulations. That was the moment something inside me shut down. It hadn't always been this way. I used to be the reliable one, the son who sent money every month, the one they turned to when Rachel's husband's business went under, when dad's debts stacked up, when mom cried about losing the house. I signed loan papers because family comes first, right? I thought that's what love meant, carrying the weight no matter what, even if no one ever said thank you. I believed it, right up until my wedding day, when I stood at the altar staring at the empty chairs where my parents should have been. The signs were always there, the unanswered calls unless I was wiring money, Rachel's kids with shiny new iPads while I lived in a tiny apartment with peeling paint, every sacrifice I made swallowed by their endless entitlement. But that Hawaii video? That was the final cut. They could have been at my wedding. They chose luxury over me, and they expected me to swallow it. But I didn't scream, I didn't beg, I didn't even cry. I went cold. I pulled out the loan documents with my signature, my father's debts tied to my name, years of chains I had carried for them, thinking I was stuck. They thought I was trapped, that my silence meant they had me forever. But silence isn't weakness, it's waiting, sharpening. Step 1, I went to the bank. Those loans weren't really mine. I was just the guarantor. That meant I had power they didn't see coming. Step 2, I built my case. Screenshots of transfers, texts, even mom's Hawaii posts, all saved and time-stamped. Step 3, I cut them off. No more payments, no more bailing them out, no more digging them out of the mess they made. I watched the warning letters pile up, ignored the non-stop calls, and I waited. It didn't take long. A week after their little vacation, Dad's number lit up my phone. For the first time in months, he actually wanted to talk. "The loan payments haven't been made," he said, voice tight with panic. I let the silence drag, then answered, slow and steady. "Don't contact me about trivial matters." There was a pause. "What did you just say?" "You heard me," I said. "You taught me, remember? My wedding was trivial, my life was trivial. So now, your debts, your collapsing credit, they're trivial too." His breathing turned heavy. "You can't just... This will ruin us." "It already has," I said calmly. "But don't worry, Rachel looked great in Hawaii. She'll handle it." Then I hung up. That was the last time I picked up his call. The fallout came fast. The house went first, then Dad's car. Rachel's husband's business crumbled under unpaid loans. Of course they blamed me, they always did, but this time the proof was in black and white. Every transfer, every signature, every time I had carried them. They couldn't erase it. I blocked their numbers, stopped checking their pages, and let them sink in the same silence they once gave me. Now, when I walk through my small apartment, I finally breathe without that invisible weight pressing on my chest. No more obligations chaining me to people who only saw me as a walking wallet. For years, they mocked me, dismissed me, chose Rachel over me every single time. But when everything came crashing down, Rachel couldn't save them. Only I could. And I chose not to, because sometimes the best revenge isn't in what you do, it's in what you stop doing.